Ever feel like no matter what you do, you can't get the belly fat to go away? You drop a few pounds on the scale, but like clockwork, it slowly starts to come back, and you never can achieve the body that you'll be proud of. Well, there's a simple 2-step method that guarantees that you'll lose the fat around your midsection. And in this video, I'm going to explain this method to get your belly fat down and what you can do to speed up the process so you can get a flat stomach that you'll be proud of, like some of my clients on the screen. Now, before I get into the method, I have to clear up some myths that have been holding you back. Because if you don't understand why belly fat sticks around, you're going to spin your wheels and be frustrated forever. Now, you've probably been through some weight loss phases before in your life, and you lost some weight, and you saw fat come off of areas like your face, maybe your arms. Your clothes may have started to fit a little bit better. But when you looked in the mirror, the belly fat was still the same. That's not you doing something wrong, that's just how your body works. Your genetics decide where fat comes off first on your body and where it's gonna come off last on your body. And for most people, that last place is the belly area. And there are two main reasons for this. First reason is related to your belly fat cells. The fat cells around your stomach are more resistant compared to other areas in your body. So even when you're in a caloric deficit and you're burning fat and you're burning calories, your belly fat hangs on a little bit longer. That's why fat loss can feel uneven. You'll start to see changes in your face or maybe in your back before you see any changes in your stomach at all. I know that's annoying, but it's very normal. The second reason is stress and hormones. When your body's under constant pressure from work, kids' activities, bad sleep habits, and just overall chaos in your day-to-day, your stress hormone cortisol stays high. It raises your blood sugar, it increases your appetite, it increases your cravings for more junk food, and it can tell your body to store more fat around your belly area. Think of it like this. Your body is not trying to sabotage you, it's trying to protect you. If you're always stressed, your body's going to assume that something bad is coming, so it's going to try to protect those vital organs around your midsection. Just think about a usual day-to-day for most people that are working right now. You wake up, you're already tired, you scroll through your phone, and then you remember everything that you have to do for the day. So before you even leave the house, you're already stressed. Then you rush to get ready for work, you skip breakfast and just drink a coffee or pick up something very quick to eat that's not going to fill you up anyway. By the time lunchtime's come, you're starving, your brain is tired, and all of a sudden, that burger and fries sounds a whole lot better than that chicken salad that you planned on eating to try to lose the belly fat. Then you get home exhausted, you want to relax, and you want to wind down, so you grab a drink or you grab some snacks to try to decompress from the stressful day. So even if you're eating better and you're trying to get to the gym, if your stress is not under control, you are fighting against yourself to try to get this belly fat down. Then you have another myth that's always misleading people regarding how to flatten the stomach. Doing 1,000 crunches a day will not burn belly fat. Doing these ab blasting workouts on YouTube from people that already have abs will not get rid of your belly fat. You could do crunches until your abs are burning on fire, and your waist will still look the same if your nutrition is not right. Now, that doesn't mean that ab training isn't important. When you build up the abs, they start to show through your skin a bit quicker as your body fat comes down. And that's what makes your midsection look tighter and more defined. And now we've cleared up all the myths, let's talk about how to actually lose the belly fat. Step 1, you've heard it a million times, but you have to create a caloric deficit, but a consistent caloric deficit. This simply means that you're burning more calories than you're consuming on a daily basis. And that's why most people give up too early. They get frustrated with the process because it doesn't adapt to their real life, and they assume it's not working for them, but not knowing that they're only a few weeks away from seeing real change if they were consistent. So go to a TDEE calculator and put in your stats. So things like your weight, your height, your activity level, and your age. That'll show you an estimated number of maintenance calories. So these are the number of calories that you would eat if you didn't want your weight to go up and you didn't want it to go down. You want it to just stay the same. Now take that number and subtract 500 calories from it. That's your estimated fat loss target. Now from here, you want to track your weight from week to week to make sure that you're not losing weight too quickly or too slowly. Now for a deeper breakdown on this with a step-by-step plan that you can follow to know how to do this caloric deficit, you can click the link in the description for my caloric deficit guide and I'll email it to you for free. It walks you through step-by-step on how to do this specifically for you. Now once you know your calories and your protein, I see a lot of people mess up right here, and this is related to the weekend trap. You're making good food choices from Monday to Friday, but then as soon as Friday night hits, it seems like everything goes downhill. You have a few drinks at dinner, or you go to get takeout to celebrate the weekend, and you maybe even have brunch the next morning. Now all of a sudden, that caloric deficit that you had during the week has been completely erased. You have to look at a caloric deficit as a weekly number and not just a daily number, because I've seen this happen over and over with clients. They do great from Monday to Friday, but they're not getting the weight loss that they expect until we start looking at their weekends. We look into their weekends and see how much they're consuming, and that always ends up negating what they've been doing during the week. Now, once we fix their weekends, the progress starts to pick up again. Now, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to cut out your favorite foods, because believe me, I don't cut out any of my favorite foods because everything comes down to calories. But you do have to be consistent. So have fun on the weekends, just plan it. If you know you're going to be going out to eat in the evening, maybe eat a little bit lighter in the first half of the day. Just don't keep starting over on Monday every week after a bad weekend. Now, step 2 is how to speed up the progress without burning yourself out. You don't need to kill yourself doing hours and hours of cardio. You don't need to do HIIT training. You don't have to do jump roping for 30 minutes a day. You don't have to do any of that. For one, these types of cardio can be pretty intense. They can mentally burn you out, and most people end up stopping because they just dread doing it. So the secret to actually speed this up is something that you do every day already, and is the most underrated form of cardio for fat loss, which is walking. You don't need to sprint or be drenched in sweat. Your body doesn't care how you burn the calories. It just wants you to burn it consistently. So start simple. Aim to get up to at least 7,000 steps a day, and then slowly increase that over time. That might sound like a lot, but you can easily break this up throughout the day. 10-minute walks after all of your meals, walking while you're on calls or meetings, parking further away when you go to the store. You don't have to keep fighting with people for the first parking spot at Costco. Just park a little bit further away and get some more steps in, or even taking the stairs instead of elevators where it makes sense. Those small habits add up to hundreds of extra calories burned from week to week without draining your energy or your willpower. Now, here's what most people don't realize about walking. It doesn't just burn calories, but it also lowers your stress. It helps to clear your head. If you've gone outside for a walk, you know exactly what I mean. Now, all of these are important as you're in a caloric deficit to start tapping into that body fat. That's why my clients who walk more notice quicker progress as far as flattening their belly and getting the stomach that they want. Just don't fall into the trap of doing too much too soon. If you're averaging 3,000 to 4,000 steps a day right now, please do not try to start doing 10,000 steps tomorrow. Gradually increase your average number of steps by 1,000 every 1 to 2 weeks. Once it becomes easy, then you can bump it up again. This is what's going to help you be consistent because these changes are more gradual. Now, walking and daily movement are very important, but if there's one more thing that if you get this right, will elevate your results. The thing is that your body has a harder time burning fat when you're constantly stressed. Your sleep, your mindset, your workouts, and your nutrition, all of those are very important, but so is your stress level. So here are some quick ways to help lower your stress to help this fat loss process go a little bit easier. Aim to try to get at least 7 hours of sleep. I know it's not always possible, but do your best to try to get 7 hours of good sleep. Take 5 to 10 minutes every day away from social media. No news, no politics, no nothing. Just a way for you to disconnect from everything. Try to get some sunlight in the morning. This is going to help regulate your hormones and help your circadian rhythm be ready for the nighttime when it's time to go to sleep. And again, move your body daily, even if it's just a walk. You don't need a spa day. You just need simple tasks that you can do every day that's going to lower your stress and make this process way easier for you. Now that you know what to do to get the belly fat down, check out this next video here where I explain everything from A to Z, how to create your own fat loss program.